I was thinking about, I'm launching a group program, a group coaching program this month. And I've been thinking about the type of offers that are available for those people who are looking to grow their creative business, their illustration or surface pattern design business. And I've been thinking about what it really takes to be successful in this industry. And the thing I was realizing yesterday is that home makeover shows are ruining our lives. No, I love a home makeover show. If you ever watch on HGTV when they there's like a backyard one, I think, maybe on Hulu. There's, Love It or List It. The things where they're remaking certain parts of your house or maybe the whole thing. And it starts off horrible, and in the end, it's this beautifully staged thing. And, watching the journey as they get there throughout the hour show or half-hour show is kind of interesting. But what is the best part, of course, is the last 5 minutes where we see like a quick picture of before, and then we see this beautiful tour of after of the most gorgeous, living rooms and bedrooms and stuff that you would love to have. That is, that is something that we see a lot. We love to watch. We love a makeover story, a Cinderella story. And now even more extreme is Instagram Reels and TikTok. You know how some really great like TikTok creators and Instagram Reels creators will do those like jump cut things where they start off one way and then they like wave their hand in front of their face and then they have a different outfit on or different accessories or a whole different hairdo or whatever it is. And, and then they make whatever funny statement or they're just showing off their outfit or whatever. But those like 15-second storylines where we go from one thing to another with like a star wipe is, a more extreme example of a home makeover show. It's like a quick, woo, we just did one quick wipe and there we are. We're better. We're fully improved. We're an end product. I wanted to illustrate, but there are no star wipes to be found. But this is an X wipe, a shape that transitions to another scene in a video. Let's bring that back to our creative careers, okay? Let's dial it back. I hate to tell you. I really hate to tell you, but if you've been following me, you probably know my story, which is that I worked for 10 years in-house and then I left my job to go freelance about almost 10 years ago. And even with 10 years experience, it was really hard for me to build up my creative career, build up a full-time income with my work. For someone who doesn't have that experience, just as hard. it may be harder, maybe not. Honestly, I don't think that my experience necessarily, it was helpful as I built my career, but it wasn't everything, that's for sure. And I've seen over and over again that to build a creative career that's gonna pay your bills takes time. And the only thing that can when we think about what's gonna determine your success, is it gonna be another class? Is it gonna be a membership? Is it gonna be posting on Instagram every single day? Is it gonna be uploading designs every single day to Spoonflower? Let me tell you what it's gonna be. It's only gonna be consistency and persistency. I don't think persistency is a word, but being persistent and consistency. So yeah, actually uploading every day to Instagram might work after a year or two. Every day to Spoonflower could definitely help you out if you are building that type of business. But what it really is slow incremental steps. And unfortunately, there's no star wipe, not a surface designer, suddenly a overnight success. That just doesn't happen, especially not in a 15-minute reel. So even when we see online, we see people who seem super successful and feel like maybe they came out of nowhere or that they're an overnight success to some degree, like you never heard of them and all of a sudden, they're the next big thing. I can tell you that in 99% of the cases, you're just seeing that like outside star wipe and you're not seeing all the things that came before. Even if a person is new to surface pattern design and then, within the course of a year or 2 years or 3 years starts to have a really great, all these great licensing collaborations and all these different things to talk about, even if that happens, what is their experience before then? What have they done before then that got them to that point? What kind of artistic training did they have? What kind of promotional, like marketing training did they have? And is 2 years or 3 years really an overnight success? I mean, to me it seems like it is, but even still, that takes some time. So when you're in it, when you're building your career, when you're starting out, and you are, saying to yourself, okay, I know this is going to take some time. Some time is more than a year, unfortunately, usually. Some time is more than 2 years. And the thing is, in that time, you are going to make progress, but it's never going to seem like enough, okay? It's absolutely never going to seem like enough. I have been in business for myself for 10 years. When I look at my career, I think to myself, my negative voice in my head, which I do have, says like, I'm not as far along as some of these other people who I see online who, have only been doing this for 5 years or for 3 years. I don't have these big corporate, like collaborations. I don't have like my name on like an end cap on Target, I think about those things and I compare myself, but that's, you might be in that same position saying like, okay, I've been doing this for a year and fine, I understand I'm not going to be a superstar. It's not a star wipe, but, I feel like I'm making no progress. Really? You really feel like you're making no progress? Like, seriously? Think back to where you were a year ago. I guarantee you're making progress. Now, if I think back my 10 years, I'm like, I remember when I was just designing my first fabric collection. And this was not a fabric collection that was picked up, that I had a deal for. This was just me in my house, in my computer, designing what I thought would look cool. And, it took 3 years before I had a fabric deal. 4 years, I guess, from when I first designed that collection. But now I have like a ton of fabric collections. And that's exciting, that's admirable, that's something that people aspire to. But to me, I'm like, oh, it's not enough because I'm not on end cap on Target or whatever. We're looking for that star wipe. It's never gonna be enough. And it's always gonna take being persistent and being consistent. So I'm just here to tell you, I'm sorry, but it does take time. There is no magic formula. There is no like, if I just take this class, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna know exactly what to do. Even my Start Your Surface Pattern Business class, I market that class as a roadmap, right? A roadmap and a way to gain confidence. But even though I've had a lot of students who have gone on to get, deals and clients and sign with agents and all this like really great stuff, there's also just as many students who have put the effort in and not really seen much come of it. And because of that, I feel like, it's difficult for me to think about what am I really offering. But I feel comfortable in saying that I'm offering a roadmap because, first of all, I am offering a roadmap. And I feel comfortable in saying that you will be confident at the end because that is the feedback that I've gotten throughout. So while I'm never guaranteeing like you're going to get a job at the end of this, you're going to definitely have client work, you're going to have all the tools to get there. And having the tools is for sure half the battle. And having the confidence is like 2/3 of the battle. So that's what I promised with Start Your Surface Pattern Business. But I'm not promising that, my class or anybody else's class, if you sign up for, you're gonna, have the answers and suddenly be a success. That's just not how it works, unfortunately. We are not love it or list it or backyard builds or whatever. So I just wanted to tell you that. And I'm really excited about my group program. Again, not going to be a magic solution. We are not going to star wipe our way through a 3-month coaching program and suddenly you're like an expert with a million jobs. But again, when you learn more about it, which you can do by signing up for my newsletter, or if there's a website posted below, I'm not sure. But when you learn more about it, you'll see that I'm not promising that. I never would. I'm promising support. I'm promising to hold space for you to get the things done. And I am just really excited to offer that support. But again, being persistent and consistency are your keys to success in building any type of career. Check out the description for links, subscribe to this channel, and get on my email list because that is where the most up-to-the-minute information comes from. So I'd love to see you there.